may have had easier schedules, or they haven't been as consistent, so you don't really have that much of an idea of where these teams are at. But now that we're seeing these teams as they continue, we really get more of that idea of what these teams are kind of about, as we get right into it, onto this oddball game. So a lot of action going on in this top mid area as we see Centennials start to bring that ball out quite early with that early control.
Yep, we're going to see. I mean, we'll be on board with Valores coming in on towards the flank. It will be Phil, or finding within, Philadelphia within. I don't. Okay, oh boy, that'll be a fun
Philadelphia
one.
within.
I thought that was Phil. I thought that was Phil v win, and then no, that is somebody else entirely. So my apologies. I'm completely mixing up players because I see a PHI in it. We are going to be underway as of right now. Ball is going to be down over here towards dummies. Will be picked up by Graphite. They're going to try pulling it back towards the tower. They'll lose one in the process, and I believe one, I think it was Tito-Matic, had the OS as well with that heat wave. So power-ups right now favoring Graphite, and the ball time, 2 seconds. It's 6-4 right now. There's not a whole lot on the board, but we're going to see going forward, and that's going to be a nice double picked up by Tito.
Yeah, and it definitely was something that was interesting, just because I think it was Graphite, or I should say Centennials, bringing that ball out a little too soon. Gave Graphite an opportunity to get that early C setup, but they weren't able to do it. They weren't able to convert, as we do see, that ball did get reset, but it kind of resulted in Centennials getting some time right on back, which was kind of stabilizing off that mistake that they made so early on in the game. But, now once again, they have that control of the ball, and you kind of want to see it get into some more time than they just had, because you'd think, you have a C setup going on, you'd want a little bit more than 15 seconds, as they now do have that ball going on, and the kills are going through as they fight for overshield once again, and they do get it. That Centennials with the overshield grab and with the ball, I should say. So a couple of big things going their way so far early on in this oddball game.
Yep, 100%. I mean, the low score is usually something we reserve for recharge, where the teams just, decide to play a deathmatch and they don't want to deal with the objective whatsoever. So it's kind of unusual to see that on live fire right now. That's going to be a big actually shot from the plasma pistol, knocks out Valores's OS. So that is going to be finished off, but they will still maintain possession of the ball. And this is a very early lead, 53-7 right now. Graphite kind of in a bit of shambles, working their way across the map. They're still forced out to spawn near C. The sniper's going to be coming up in 15 seconds, but I mean, it might not even matter. It's getting to the point where at some point here, I mean, you might just run out of time before the sniper can even impact anything. That'll be a first early kill. Tito-Matic with that heat wave, it immediately loses it.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting outslayed over here. They're just struggling to find any answers, really, to anything that Centennial's doing. They're kind of having their way, finding overshield after overshield. The sniper not being able to really be in the hands and utilized for Graphite, and a double kill coming in from Cao Liu, and Centennials still, even when you thought Graphite would have some form of a control, they go 4 dead, and Centennials continue to string together fight after fight, and it's just translating into ball time as they cross the 75-second mark, 3/4 of the way through this first round being over, as they just keep finding kills. They can't be slowed down.
No, absolutely not. I mean, you're going to see Centennials picking up again. I mean, you have Valorous right now at 10-5, leading the entire lobby. On the other side, Tito-Matic also 10-5. I can't even say leading the entire lobby. There's literally a player tied. So, okay, maybe not.
Almost.
You have 2 players here tied at the top right now. But one thing that is definitely going the way of Centennials is that ball time. I mean, you look at right now, 80-18. The ball finally in possession of Graphite, and they'll start picking up some time here. But there's just so much they need to go in order to make this comeback right now. That's going to be a good start, though. They're going to clear out 2. That'll be 2 dead. That'll reset Centennials. You'll see Graphite does have the OS as well, and the sniper. So everything right now on the map basically going Graphite's way, and they need to take full advantage of this right now going forward, because you do know you give up that ball, you get a full reset, that might be the end of this round. That's an overkill out of Tito-Matic.
Out of nowhere, bringing it together. I mean, he's just been the guy, 14-5 so far, and that's kind of what they needed. They needed someone to step up like that, and he's doing it at the moment. Not able to find the double kill, but Sibs coming in to clean it up. A little man advantage right now. Sniper shots going in. That's 4 now going down. Another wave of kills for Graphite. as they're continuing to get these slays to get themselves right back into this game, and they're just trimming the lead down second by second, and right back into the game they go.
Yeah, it's like a switch was flipped here, it looks like, but the player is going to be in. It's going to be Valorous, who gets one, gets two actually before going down, but here's Titomatic here in response, is going to pick up two of their own. 17 and 6 right now, posting near 3 KDA in this opening round, and right now the time is beginning to tick. You're going to see a lot in favor of Graphite here, as it's, I mean, 67, no one's holding on the ball actually right now, so this is going to be a lot of time kind of lost that they potentially could have had and finished up. That's going to be a nice stick from Kalu, but will go down as well. OS in 10 seconds. The ball is finally going to get picked up, and it looks like Graphite is going to be able to tie this one up, because Centennials right now focused on that OS for a final push.
Yeah, and they did get that big opening kill on that, so you know, kills still getting traded out, but they do get that overshield. That kind of first blood in that engagement was big, as you see that ball starting to get rotated over towards B, but that's a big 1v1 over there right now, and not sure if the ball will be able to get out. It does. Lukey does go down. That ball's not over the edge. I lied. It went over. Just barely sneaks its way down. Centennial still finding kills, but that overshield not going to do as much work as you'd want it to, just because that ball does get reset, and that's a lot of time going off, and Centennials, they still have to try and bring this ball out, and they're actually bringing it right to Graphite. Miss Smile still finding kills, but a little bit of a mistake right there, and actually gifting the ball to Graphite, who is now going to take the lead.
It's just incredible. I mean, there's a minute on the clock. I mean, it might reach a point where the clock becomes a factor. You're going to have Findin all the way back in the corner here with this oddball, trying to just stay alive. The push is coming in. Centennials is going to lose 2 players, but there's still 2 alive. It's a 2v2 on the ball, and it will be Centennials coming out on top. They're going to pick up the ball. They're going to get the time now. They only need 15 more seconds. You got to stay alive with that ball. But here comes Titomatic, is going to have to fall back. Looking for this player. Gonna find one. Gonna find a second to go with it. There's a third there. Titomatic not able to come out on top. So that's going to be a 2v2 once again. One only all down to Lunarose here. Lunarose is going to go down. This should be Graphite's round, I believe, and I don't think anyone is going to be close enough to do anything about this.
Yeah, and they might be able to get there, but they don't. And a big comeback from Graphite to be able to bring it all the way back from, I believe, an 80-point deficit. And they bring it back and find that first round. And now if you're Centennials, you got to kind of reflect and do it quickly, because, you know, losing that much that quickly is not a position you want to be in going into the second round. And they do a good job, really, at just the start, the kills, being traded out as they start to find some form of a control at the moment with that bottom mid, and they start to bring that ball out, bringing it towards C, which they found the early success on, and a good bounce back so far at the start of it as they continue to find the kills, as that overshield is coming up and popped now as well. Still kills going their way, and Centennials, a great bounce back for them to start.
No, definitely. And they've also swapped things up to go to the other side of the map. You can see they will actually lose the ball. It will be picked up now by Graphite in the tower, which means Centennials is going to be the one on this retake here. The ball shots are going to come through. That's going to be 2 kills, though, picked up by Centennials. They're going to have to reset this ball. The ball is going to go off the map, or no, it's actually just kind of open out here in C, which means Centennial can just come, grab this one, take it back to the tower, and they're going to resume exactly what they were doing prior to being knocked out of there originally, it looks like. You're going to see the side of Graphite grouping up here, trying to get on towards this ball. But there's going to be a lot of resistance. That's going to be 1-for-1 traded out. We're going to be on fit with Findin. Going to find one. Perfect shots. Nice set of shots coming through. The teammates pick up 2 more. And that is going to be the ball now in Graphite's hands.
Yeah, and a back and forth action, to say the least, for this oddball round. And, you know, one team I'm sure is going to like to kind of get a couple of waves of kills, kind of stabilize a little bit, get some control that they want, but not able to do that quite yet for any of these teams, as now Graphite retake the lead. But from the trend that we've seen so far, it seems like it's going to be short-lived as these Centennials start to work over towards the C, but they're going to prioritize the ball, which may not be the best decision to make. The ball doesn't find its way off the map, but what does end up happening is Graphite securing another overshield, as that push with the overshield is going to come in. He finds the first Overshield does get burned, but still, Centennials finding a way to make it happen, but not able to clean it up. It looks like for a minute they would find all the kills, but not able to do it. And Graphite off the back of that Overshield once again have that ball and retake the lead.
Yeah, I mean, just the comeback there, and Tito-Matic in the back, just charging forward basically, and doing a fantastic job just clearing him out. The nade there as well, going crazy off the board. And we're going to see right now where Tito-Matic and them are going to be able to put this ball. You're going to see the swing. And oh no, okay, Luki, I thought just kind of yeeted himself off the map. Is able to do like the mid-air pivot, able to survive for the time being. And we're going to see it's kind of just a fight all over the board. Again, the ball is going to be on the ground. You got 4 players in the fight on both sides. The sniper in the hands of Sibs is going to find one there with the no-scope. It is immediately going to fall. Valorous picks up 2. Valorous 24 and 18 right now, doing a fantastic job on the board, matching Tito-Matic on the other side, and Centennials once again will retain possession of the ball. It's going to be a nice flank here from Valorous, putting in the shots, putting in the damage. They know exactly where the other team's coming from, and they know this push is coming and it is about to hit.
Yeah, but they're not really doing all too much getting the time that they wanted. They had them spawn out a little bit, but that ball getting reset kind of hurt them a little bit, and still back and forth action over and over again. I hate to keep saying it, but that's just been the story of the game so far, and a lot of important 1v1s have determined things as well, just because the way that kills are being traded out, and that's another big one for Sibs to win in the man advantage. It just keeps getting traded. You keep seeing that, and feels like whoever wins that important 1v1 gets a little bit of time, but like I've noted at earlier, it's so short-lived. It feels like these teams are just not able to string too much together. Really, the only time it happened was, the beginning of the first round, which was Centennials grabbing all the time, and then Graphite brought it right on back. But since then, it's just been, 15 seconds back and forth as we see Centennials again getting the ball, being forced to play it, and it's just over and over again. No team really being able to get a healthy grasp on the game.
No, definitely not. I mean, we just haven't seen a team go on a big run, really. I mean, the Graphite, it looks like, is finally going to rotate this ball away from the tower. We're going back to the garage, which, I mean, personally, I haven't cast it with you to complain about this yet. I do not like garage holds because it's just a revolving door of teams slamming each other until somebody finally loses, and then it repeats because you spawn so close to the garage. Unless you're doing a good job of actually like maintaining spawn points and forcing the team to spawn out on the other side of the map, the team just keeps coming through and through again. That's gonna be a great shot there from Kalu, which is gonna put, a significant amount of time on the board if somebody picks up the ball, but that's not gonna be the case. The push is coming in. Graphite's gonna lose 3 players. That's a double kill for Kalu, with 2 players up as well on the Centennial side, looking to kind of decide whether or not they're gonna take this to the other side of the map. It looks like they're gonna do so. They're gonna toss it out. Gonna be met here by Tito-Matic, who I think is gonna come out on top. Will do so, but the team will fall around him. And you can see Lunarose now next one up from the underground, trying to get some shots, trying to toss out the nades. The ball now going to be open in the middle of screens here, as the shots and the melees will go a little bit wide. And this will mean Graphite is going to have that ball. They're going to take it towards the tower here. But Centennials is already here.
And then it just took way too long for that ball rotation towards C. And I agree with you. I think, that a garage hold over on that A stronghold side can be really tough at times, and I think you want to kind of try your best to rotate it more towards B, or maybe force out those B spawns and rotate it towards C. I mean, the most time that you'll get is on that C tower side. That's the setup that you want. That's the easiest place to really get the slays, the hardest one to break. And that A control is not, I would say, as bad when you have that sniper, when you have heat wave, when you have all kind of the power on the map. Control the sandbox, it's not as bad, but once you start to, wither away at those resources, the sniper was out, no heat wave shots to work with. It's hard to extend out on the map just because, like you said, the other team is spawning so close, and, definitely not doing a great job either of these teams really at really having the idea of when to rotate and where, just because, and I think whatever team can kind of figure that out first would be the best thing to do, but it feels like a very static game of oddball, I should say, at the moment.
Definitely. I mean, we're go back to old patterns here. We're gonna have Centennials popping out to a very early lead. Kalu, in the meantime, creeping up is up to 29 kills as well. So Centennials definitely in the lead in the fragging department for sure. You're going to have Fine is going to get absolutely just met at the front door there with some shots, is going to have to back away. But this is 35 unanswered points from Centennials. Probably the longest in a while that we've seen kind of an unanswered spread of points. But Tito-Matic is going to shut all down, finds 2 kills to go with it. Miss Smiles is going to answer back with 1. Tito-Matic is going to hunt her down, though. That will be the player drop. The ball will get reset here. And that means Graphite is going to, well, they were actually going to pick that one up. It looks like Baluki is going to be able to pick that one up, get that back towards C, where the team is spawning. So this should be Graphite now, looking to answer back after Centennials put up 43 unanswered points on the board in this round 3.
And Graphite continues to bring this ball towards this A side, not doing a great job of really playing around the map, I guess you could say. And Centennials getting that first kill, instantly traded out, and you want to see more of the map, I guess, utilized from them, but it doesn't matter because they're finding all the kills that you really could be asking for, and that overshield is coming up. They have this area of the map, but finding Fi within is really has so much responsibility over here, and able to find the 2 kills, not able to pop the overshield, but it doesn't matter. Sibs is there to do just that, and Graphite, a big play from finding Fi within to make it happen, to get that overshield and continue to collect that ball time.
Yeah, they're going to still continue, and they will end up wrapping it back here. You're going to see the sniper in the hands of Sibs, who goes for that no-scope. Not able to get it. Gets immediately picked off, though, by the charging players of Centennials. Miss Smiles is going to get 2. Looking to make it 3 is not going to be able to do so. Lukey will get traded out, though, but does find 2 of his own. So we're going to see a bunch of trades going back and forth, but Centennials will maintain control of the ball. That nade just kind of flies into view and just says hello, greetings, and explodes on basically just in the face of Kalu's. The charge will come in. You're going to see Graphite is going to be in. They're going to pick up the early kills. That's going to be 1 traded back, 1 for 1, and the knockback as well, but it will not be enough right now for Centennials. They're going to lose 2. I think 3 players have gone down. And that does mean we are going to be a little bit reset here, but the challenges are still coming. Miss Smiles not afraid to make that challenge. Finds 1, not able to find Sibs. Graphite, I mean, it's just this is the revolving door I'm talking about, right? The players just come in, and then you might win your gunfights, and then they come again, and then maybe they come that time, but you spawn right there, so you come in. It's just over and over and over again. And at the end of the day, Centennials will stabilize here, and they're going to cross the 60-point mark in the process.
And that overshield coming up in now 20 seconds, and Graphite have every single bit of control of that map. It just got so chaotic. I think both teams really lost a grasp of, where the teams are spawning. And once again, another opportunity to get that ball towards B, and Graphite now get themselves into the A control, and the sniper shots not necessarily able to be hitting from Kalu, and at least denying ball time from Graphite, but still not able to find the kills that they need. And now they are coming in, but Graphite does find overshield control. Sibs with it now popped, trying to find some kills, and finds the first, has some help as well. Some good team shots coming in, but Graphite has to do their best to keep this control A, and Centennials finding kills and just trading over and over again. And this is what I'm talking about, these big 1v1s to find the ball. Even though the ball rotated, Valorous is able to find the kill. Once again, a big 1v1 going the way of Centennials. And right now, that seems to be the difference maker of this matchup.
I mean, the sheer number of gunfights in this oddball are actually insane. We have Valorous is at 43 kills. Tito-Matic is going to cross the 40-point mark as well. And this is just kills alone. They don't care about the ball. They're going for maximum time, maximum number of kills, it looks like. I mean, you look on the board, 3 players of Centennials are over 30. And the 4th is really not that far away either. They're just going for all the kills possible, but Centennials will finally pick up the ball, it looks like. They're going to start putting some time in. Once again, the heat wave will be in the hands of Valorous. He's going to find 1, runs out of bullets in it. Or I guess energy. I don't actually know what it is. Energy, plasma. No, it's not plasma. I don't know what's in there. Hard. It's like hard light or something. I don't know. Something like that. Anyways, as I fully expose the fact that I know nothing about Halo in the background, we are going to be still going forward. The ball will be out in the open once again. Those Centennials should have this control, but Graphite not letting them get it out easy.
Yeah, and this game was so close to being closed out, and Graphite extending it, doing a pretty good job of doing that, but it's just the time is starting to tick down. They only have 15 seconds. What they do have is the overshield again, and that's that 1v1, and Valor is just a little slow to get on over there and escapes with their life. But that ball, now that they have only 9 seconds needed to close it out, Graphite find a couple of kills, and Centennials only have 2 bodies up, and one of them is with the ball that they haven't contested. And the ball gets dropped off the map with 1 second remaining. And Graphite, it's now do or die, as there's 2 players in the bottom of the map that find the kills, and they find the ball, and they find the 100th second.
Be a factor. You're gonna see a lot of the way that this map gets played. Things are played very, very slowly. And okay, I say slow, but I mean, knowing these 2 teams, we're gonna be off the rip. There's the rockets. There's the snipers coming right out of the gate. Yeah, this is not gonna be slow at all.
Nah, not at all. I was a little confuzzled when you said that. I'm like, surely not, right? So that second rocket goes out, not able to connect, and Centennials do finally grab their snipe. Not something they did off rip, which you would expect to be able to contest that overshield, but they didn't do that. And you know, a quick 4-4 game. These teams, it's hard to find the separation for the 2 of them, and with Centennials off to that such a good start, you'd expect them to be a little bit, you know, at least ahead and have more control than they have, be more pushed up the map. But I think they did it a little bit too quickly, wasted that second rocket, and now these 2 teams back at that stalemate that we expect. But Graphite find that first kill, and now find another player in Luna Rose down to 1 HP. They find the second kill, find the third, and Luna all on her own, and that's how it goes. And Graphite have that forward spawn control. The kills starting to go in, and not very far off from putting them in the blender. A big nade going in, and Centennials finding the kills right on back. Graphite a little sloppy right now, and Centennials getting themselves right back into it.
Yeah, I mean, we know basically either way, the way these maps are going to go is that one team is going to feel the lead, and then the other one is going to find a way to get right back into it. That's exactly what happened here. Graphite comes out early swinging. Centennials kind of eats the opening set of exchanges, and then just like that, we're right back up to tied once again. We're deadlocked at 11-11 to start this one out. We're only a couple minutes in, like not even 2 minutes in, and they are just going at it back and forth. That's going to be Luna Rose coming up on the flank, finds one, looking for the second here. The elevator is getting kind of turned around here, it looks like. I don't know how neither of these players are dead yet. They will finally come through. The trade will be there as well from the teammate Kalu backing up Luna Rose there. And again, we are still deadlocked. The Rockets coming up in 15 seconds. That's going to be the main focal point of these 2 teams for the next, well, I guess 30 seconds or so. You can see Centennials, they're actually going to take a significant amount of damage here. And the flank from Graphite comes through. They get 3 kills just in time for the Rockets.
Yeah, an overshield now. They should be able to grab both pretty easily, and Centennial's going to do what they can to try and prevent really the damage going through, but that's not going to matter. Graphite find both power weapons, and now they're going to start getting the kills, and this is where the separation starts to get scary. You know, you have rockets now, you have overshield, and you already have a 5-kill lead at the moment. Make that 6, and the kills are trading out, and that's not what you want to see. Graphite, you have got to do better with the amount of power that you have on the map, and Centennials end up coming out with the advantage in that exchange. And I don't necessarily have much words right there, but that is just the story of these 2 teams that we've seen so far.
I mean, let's be real here. Sometimes you just run into Valorous. It just happens.
Just happens.
Valorous is going to kill both of your players. There's not going to be anything you can do about it. And we continue. And that's basically what just happened. Valorous just kind of came in, smoked both players, and just went, all right, we're going to continue on. And, I mean, that's going to be Centennials getting back into the game once again. You'll have the sniper on the board with Miss Smiles right now, looking to hunt him down, knows where a couple of the players are. The shots will go wide early on here. But again, 21-23 is that's a great nade, actually, out of finding 5. Will find and shut down the sniper. But the trades are almost always there. Every time Graphite gets a kill, Centennials is following it up, either trading out the player that went down, or they're able to win a 1v1 across the map in another location. They're doing such a good job. Okay, Valorous is just going to get no time whatsoever to heal back up here. It looks like as the nades are going to come flying through, finally gets back up, going to go charging back up. There's the double chow coming in, from Centennials, but Graphite will win that with 2 for 1, it looks like, in the exchange. But again, there's only 1 point differential between these two teams. This is, I mean, you know this is coming down the wire. It's going to be like a 48-50 finish.
Yeah, it will, for sure. And I mean, from what we've seen, you'd think the two teams, there'd be a little bit more separation, but Centennials not only have found a way to stay into the game, but they've put themselves into a lead, and that's not something you'd really feel like is happening. If, like, if you kept the bottom of your screen and, you know, the scoreboard just completely off, you'd think that Graphite might have a little bit more of a lead, but Centennials finding a way to stay into the game as we see those rockets and overshield coming up once again, and Graphite have that forward position again as they have the kills, and Centennials do find the overshield as they find the kill over there, but Graphite does have rockets, and Centennials still finding the lead as they had rockets as well somehow. I don't know what happened over there on green. Graphite found 2 kills. I don't know how they ended up finding rockets, as now they have a 2, make that 3-kill lead, and starting to create that separation that we talked about. Make it 4, make it 5, all the kills going in for dead as Tito Matic just spawning in, looking at it, our teammates, his teammates, going, hey, guys, what the heck just happened?
Don't know at this point. So you're gonna see Unaros is gonna continue on the spree right now, is gonna find another in the back. It's gonna be 39-33 for the time being, as Fi is just on the run trying to get away. I don't know, Unaros is still alive. Finally goes down at the end, but I mean, just running in the back of the spawn, just killing everybody everywhere. Sibs will finally come out, finds 2, but this is for Graphite for the first time, is gonna be kind of falling behind and gonna be down by about 8 points here going into the end. I mean, this is where it gets really critical, though. You can't really afford to give up kills the same rate you were before, because the map is nearing its end. As you're going to see, the shots will come through. Sibs will go down, though, and that is Centennials only 4 points away here from closing things out.
Yeah, and make that 3 kills. Is they've just been so, not ratty, but just nuisances on the map, and staying in their spawn, staying alive as only 1 kill is needed, and they find it in Centennials. A 14-kill win. Because like we saw them find a couple of kills early and string it together, find that 4 dead, be able to put themselves up more forward on the map, but they weren't able to convert that into more of an opportunity the same way that Centennials were. So I expect it to be a very similar story on this map, but hey, you know, it's a long series. You could at any point see that kind of change, and Centennials do find that active camo early on, as they do find the opening kill in this matchup as well.
Yep, we're going to see him. We're going to have a flag pull early on here, it looks like. It's going to be in the hands of Kalu, who has that active camo. Nobody has any idea where he has gone. Unless he, yeah, I guess jumping doesn't actually trigger, but there we go. Okay, camo expires. Now he's revealed. Gonna be booking it now, but on the other side of the map, it looks like Graphite is also picking up the flag. They're gonna run it right into each other. That's some great nades. Kalu doing it all. Stopping the flag, pulling the flag himself. That's gonna be a kill there as well. Valorous is gonna grab that. That's a contested, actually. Was there somebody nearby? There's definitely somebody nearby. But Miss Smile is gonna slam that one home. Centennials right out of the gate. We're like a minute in.
I mean, you see that a lot with the active camo, though. I mean, that's kind of what you do, right? You get the camo, sneak your way into the base, cap the flag, and it's just like the map is so open that the camo could literally be anywhere, and it's such long sight lines. It's really hard to spot out that camo player, and they bring them, you know, bring that flag all the way back to their base, and it's just a couple of engagements, really a 2v2, 3v2. But at the end of the day, Graphite have a much harder job to deal with that, because Centennials, they're spawning in their base. They're right there, as Graphite has to make the long trek all the way from their base to be able to get back to that flag. So Centennials find the way, and they clean up the kills. They find their first cap, and they clean out their base once again, as they kind of have stabilized that map position right away again, as they're trying to find their way back into the base. But Graphite finding kills again, but guess what? Centennials find the active camo again, and it looks like it's going to be a very similar story. Kaolu just looking away right to get into the base, and they do know that camo's there. Graphite, they're going to stick one player back into their own base to try and spot out when that camo comes in, but Centennials doing a great job at getting those kills and getting themselves further on into the base as we see the flag now pulled with that camo as Kaolu just trying to be a little bit of a nuisance once again with that camo back in their base.
If we're going to see the push-up is coming through, and the base defense is on as well from Centennials, just trying to stay in the background there. I mean, the flag will be out, as we're going to see a lot. There's going to be Luna Rose, I mean, working around the back here. The flag is still out, it looks like, on the board. Kaolu probably got stopped. Probably doesn't have a camo anymore as well. But, I mean, you're going to see that's going to be a huge double from Luna Rose. Gets shut down, though, right after that, which is going to be an unfortunate end to that spree. But you're going to have Centennials still, I mean, or I think that flag, no, the flag's been returned. Okay, reset. Everything is reset. Sorry, the quality dropped. I was not able to see the flag indicator, so I couldn't actually see anything. But we should be good. It looks like Graphite here is setting up for push altogether. That's 2 dead. That should be the signal to go.
Yeah, it definitely should be the signal to go as they do just that, reacting off it pretty quickly. But we see the flag being taken out on the other side of the map, and I don't know if this flag is going to be able to come out. Throwing in some nades, Graphite finding the kills for themselves to be able to find it, and that's 4 dead. Graphite finally getting some form of momentum to make it happen as that flag now past the 50-yard line as they're going to bring it into their own pistol area of the map, and a couple of fundles from Tito-Matic, and that's going to allow Centennials to catch up as they just hop right on the return. If they're able to get this through, it's going to be a tragedy, but they're not able to find the kills. But there's Valorous still making it happen, trying to get it done, but not able to do it. Sibs finding the last kill by Kaolu, once again finding her way in, and a big double kill with the camo now in her hands. The flag still being carried, but I don't think they're going to be able to get it. Still in the back of the base as it's pulled, and the camo proving to do so much work over here as she's still not taken down and continuing to find the kills, as that's going to be 4 dead. The flag returned, and Luna Rose now has it in her hands, bringing it across the map as Kaolu still not dead and doing the damage. What a big play.
I don't know how he stayed alive that long. Like, just kind of pops up, shoots, kills somebody, ducks back down. Kaolu doing it again and again. He played his life so well, so long, in fact, that the rest of the team came in for the support. Literally, the entire Centennials team came charging him from the side, and what looked like what was going to be basically a sure flag cap at the end of the day turned into a pull for Centennials. It didn't succeed, but it was a ridiculous turnaround from what we were seeing there at the start. It's going to be now, we'll be on board with Lukey, pistol in hand, trying to work around the side of the map here. They're looking for these opening kills. They're going to find 1, going to find 2. Loses 1 in the process, though, and will also lose his life as Lukey falls. The defense from the team is there. Luna Rose is going to spot that 1 player in the back, going to throw out the nades. That's going to be 2 players on that flag, and that flag is going to be out. We'll trade back with Tito-Matic, but right now, if you're Graphite, you're more than happy to take that trade because you are stalling time for your teammate to get across the map. And, I mean, as I say that, it looks like the teammate was, in fact, killed. And the flag's back. So, kind of all for naught.
Yeah, and they're still finding kills, but it's just not turning up. But as we do know, I mean, Argyle, not easy to cap flags. I believe I heard something like the average cap is under 3. I believe I remember the stat being, maybe not in this league, but just in general, more towards HCS. So it's just, it's not a lot of caps. So, no matter how long you're really out of the game, as long as you can kind of survive, I guess is the word, to just keep yourself into the game. At one point, you just need 1 moment of magic for the most part, and you're right back tied up, and that's exactly kind of what's going on. They're still in the game at the moment. A couple of snipes going back and forth, nobody able to find the kills, and Centennials, they do have that lead. They do have the slays, but Graphite still in the game. It's only a 1-cap game, and that's kind of the one thing that they're holding on to at the moment.
Yep, I mean, they're still doing a very good job just holding on to it. The flag will get pulled once again. It looks like it was in the hand of Find and Find, who does end up going down. So the flag doesn't really get far. I mean, it gets maybe like 10 meters away, basically, from where it was pulled from originally, but is not going to really make a difference right now. But this is going to be Graphite. You're beginning to run out of time here. You still have 4.5 minutes on the clock. The problem, though, is that you've spent this entire game. I mean, how many minutes are in CTF? Is it 15, 12, or 15?
I believe it's 12, isn't it?
I think it's, I don't know if it's 12 or 15. Either way, you spent the entire game. You haven't been able to pull a flag yet to really get it. I mean, they got it across the halfway point once, and then a massive defensive play from Kalu came in. So here's the play, actually, if you're Graphite. You're going to wait for that active camo to come out. You're going to watch Kalu get it, and then you're going to let it expire, and then you pull the flag. This is how you get around the whole thing, right? Kalu can't actually be on active camo and ambush your flag carrier if the camo is not up. Well, okay,
yeah.
actually, or you can do plan B there, which is take the active camo before Kalu gets to it. It looks like it will be in the hands of Sibs, and this might be their chance to make a play here, to do exactly what was done to them, get the camo, take that flag, and just walk away with it. And look like that's exactly what's going to happen. There's going to be the early knot, but the shots are coming through, and I don't know if Sibs is going to survive. Sibs is going to go down. The flag didn't get that far at all, and that now is going to be an issue, but it looks like somebody's going to follow up. But Miss Smiles on the other side of the map also has pulled the flag. So depending on how far these flags go, we might be in a bit of a standoff, but that does require the two flags to get to each other's bases.
Yeah, and a great play. Great recognition with the camo, and that's not something that Graphite was doing, that Centennials just did so brilliantly, was just nade the hell out of your flag. You know, get that camo player not camoed anymore. That's what you want to do, and they get eyes on the flag before it even leaves their base, and they're able to get that flag returned right on back to where it was. And camo player also going down, and that was Graphite's opportunity. You know, the first time they really had camo this entire game, and not able to even get the flag out of the base. That's just great job from Centennials. And even though they are only up 1, they've just done such a good job of controlling the entirety of the game, and that's something that is good. You know, you are controlling the game, but at the end of the day, you can control the entirety of the game, but 30 seconds goes the way of Graphite, and you could be, that's, you know, right back as a tie game. And that looks like exactly what's happening at the moment. Graphite have their flag almost to their entire side, and you see Centennials, no player outside of this one right here on their flag is anywhere close. As the snipe goes in, the kill goes through, and Sib with that flag, all he has to do is put it in, and he does. Graphite right back into a tie game. I feel like I just willed that into existence.
I mean, that might have been exactly what just happened, honestly. You just went, oh, maybe they'll hear me. And, well, it kind of worked out. They did kind of hear you. And they're going to tie it up with 2 minutes on the board. But here we go. Miss Smiles going to be on the point here, on that flag. Is going to spot Sibs. Sibs definitely has not spotted her yet. But that's going to be the opening. She's going to grab it. There's going to be the flag. Trying to just dodge these bullets is not going to be able to succeed. The camo play not working out this time for Centennials, which means 1 minute and 30 to go on the clock. Oh, that was a great shot there by Tito-Matic. Just comes right off the flag. One tap in the head. Off they go. And this is going to be Graphite trying to make another aggressive push. Depending on if Tito-Matic can win this one, he will not do so. And there's a trade on the other side. 2 down for Graphite, which means Centennials now kind of has an opening. Although they will be running right into the spawning players of Graphite. But for the time being, I mean, we are going to be in a bit of a standstill. I don't think Hamels is going to come back up before the end of this round. So this does mean potentially that we're going to OT unless somebody is going to do something about it in the next minute. And the answer right now is currently, well, Luna Rose is going to kill 2 of your team and going to go running for, wait. Okay, no, Smiles did go down. I was wondering if Luna Rose just survived the whole time, just killed everybody without somehow dying. But both flags currently out on the board right now. As you're going to see one player get around the corner. I think that was Luna Rose who has that flag for Centennials. That's like Graphite. They will be running the flag as well. But the flag's been dropped. Everything is just going crazy right now.
And kills just flying back and forth. It looks like Centennials going to find them. And as you can see, that flag from Graphite is sitting on that pedestal as Centennials, with 10 seconds remaining, find a flag cap to put themselves in a lead, and no player from Graphite close enough for a pull. Centennials, they had it slip. They let it slip for just a moment.